Like it's basically, I mean, if you want to go deep on it, like we have from the very top of like what we built with AI, we now have a creator platform that we cold email creators on Instagram. They can go to this platform, they sign up, it stores into a backend database for us. So our team can filter through the creators, right? So they filter through the creators. We actually push out product to those creators. Claude writes the brief to those creators. Now that's like the top of funnel. This filters back in after those ads run back into the data warehouse and that cycle continues, right? And so we say, hey, it's a brunette model, it's a guy who's 45 years old. Sweet, go back to the creator database and eventually this will all be connected. You just tell Claude, hey, go find these creators. Now it goes find. And so it's just hopefully cyclical at one point where all of this is just connected. Anything we build with AI, we try to take the next step from what we last left. And I think I found this out pretty early for myself of like, I would go over here and build something and then I'd go over here and build something, right? Instead of like piecing things together and eventually just kind of connecting them all, I would go do two things on the opposite side of the room, which don't benefit you as often.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Um, yeah, and I think the impetus behind for many of us rather is just like, why would I have Claude just do this one use case when can have it do 10? And like, why would I just make this internal when I can turn this into a tool for everyone to use? It's just like there's such a rabbit hole to sort of go down. So how do you sort of prevent yourself from going down that rabbit hole? And then even more so, like at what point do you realize like I've built something that is sufficient for my use case? Like are you sort of coming up with a concept beforehand, like here is what my end goal is, and once I hit that, I'm not going to move any further? Or is it more so you just like intrinsically realize when you've hit that?
It's a really good question. I will say, like, I'm in the rabbit hole. I'm climbing out of it probably. So, like, I've been down it quite a bit. I think the easiest way for me is like, I'm trying to solve a problem when I go to this, right? And so I go to my entire team and like, we sit down. We sat down for like 2 hours one day and it was early and I'm sorry that my team had to go through it. And I was like, tell me all your problems. And I just sat down, recorded the whole meeting, and then basically was like, okay, what problems do we need to solve here? And what problems are adjacent problems that I can go fix? And so that was like the first thing of like the internal side of the business was like fixing all of this, right?
Hmm.
Now, on the external side that you hit on, as far as like SaaS platforms and people kind of pushing things out, one of the things we wanted was like bulk ads launcher, an email writer, like all this stuff of like a platform that we could use to media buy emails, read images, do all of our reporting all in one singular place instead of clicking. I mean, we have 30 plus clients that we're like clicking through ad account to ad account, right? Having to check everything. So I wanted it for us. We built that, got it probably 50% of the way there. And then we hired 3 engineers, 2 AI engineers and a product engineer, and they came in and they're overhauling it. And so we wanted to make sure it was done 100% accurate, as clear as we possibly could. And that is a SaaS platform that we're launching. And that comes out in 4 weeks because we went down the
Boom.
rabbit hole and I was like, hey, if we want this, everybody else will want it. And right now we have like 250 signups waiting for it.
At what point that's really interesting. Like, at what point did you say like we need to sort of bring in like the big dogs here? Like, was it just like you found yourself spending way too much time in Claude Code and you were just like bug, or is it more so just like I've reached an impasse?
Yeah, it's everything was functional. Even something as simple as like the bulk ads launcher, right? Like it takes so much time to launch creative of like, I could get it working, it's going through and everything like that. But like, think about how good an actual engineer or a developer with Claude Code can be, right? And so they're going to take it to the next level. And so that was kind of the goal of like, if I can get it here, they can get it there, right? And I want to make sure that it's as efficient as possible for everyone in the room. So that was kind of the next thing is I knew that I'm not an expert and I just wanted someone to make sure, hey, dot the I's and cross the T's and say, hey, this is good enough for everybody.